Oh no, I'm telling y'all. So I gotta shake this. Why am I feeling like, is it coming down now? Hold on. So for the playbacks, it's not on there right or something. It's not sitting. Oh, okay, there we go. I heard it snap, but I made some homemade creamer. It has cinnamon and vanilla. And y'all, so I'm sitting here thinking about, I want to make stuff and let it and see how it uses and does in the refrigerator and all that before I share my recipes, to show y'all how to make it instead of keep spending like $3 on this. And this is way cheaper and it tastes so freaking creamy and so good. And it has like the cinnamon and stuff in it. Yeah. Rizzy was like, Mom, we got a creamer, and I forgot to make this. What am I seeing? Oh, that's the bottom of the container. I was like, what is that? Yeah. Don't judge me. I gotta get rid of some stuff. We need some more milk. This is out, so this gotta be recycled. I gotta take this off. I had this evaporated milk and I had condensed milk. I was gonna do it yesterday, but I still had creamer, so I just did the video on the difference between the two because that's needed. People need to know those things. I know as I was growing up, some of the stuff that I didn't know or wasn't taught, I had to figure out, because when you know that you like a certain taste and certain things will give off a certain taste, you're like, can I use that instead of this, or can I use that instead of this? So you would want to know. So I just make it easy. I spilled some of the creamer, shaking it all on the clean stuff. But you want to know, can you use it because of the ingredients or the way it tastes? But a lot of times you don't, or you don't know, you don't want to waste your money. So I was sitting here thinking, okay, I'm going to do my own creamer, and the main ingredient is evaporated milk. But I was like, well, this can here is like $1 and something usually at the store, right? I made that container and I only use half of it. Most people use this whole thing. I only use half and it tastes really good. So I can get a whole nother thing. But I know how to make condensed milk myself. I'm gonna do a video on that. It's a lot of stuff I do know how to make, but some stuff is convenient. But I'm really trying to do better. Hold on, let me cut this out. I'm really trying to do better with consumption of things like plastics and stuff like that. Especially these bags. I use these bags for everything. I try not to throw them in the trash. I'm just trying to do better with consuming things that is just convenient. That's just going to put more plastic. And I know even with recycling, a lot of this stuff don't get recycled. It's just too much. It's overwhelming. Even for all the people who care enough to recycle, all this stuff don't get recycled, y'all. It don't. It doesn't. Even when the recycling people do come pick it up, it doesn't get recycled. I meant to do something with these. I've been so busy working that I didn't. So that is actually a waste, but not so big of a waste, but can't eat them now. There's nothing I can do about it. They've been sitting in the refrigerator since I made spaghetti for a little while. Overmade noodles because I thought they ate all the noodles, but it was still some in there. So yeah, I actually could have put that out there on the other side for the animals. I forgot all about that. So yeah, I made that creamer. I like to rinse my stuff off before I put it in the bin. I made the creamer and it tastes so freaking good. It tastes so good. So I'm gonna see how it does in the refrigerator. And then what I'm going to do is after that one is done, I'm going to try it with making my own homemade condensed milk and see how it does in the refrigerator. See which one I like, and then I'm going to share both videos. And if I like both of them, I'm going to share both videos. So if you guys want to start making your own stuff so you know what's all in it versus thinking it's just creamer. But if it's just creamer, why is all of this in there? Why is all that in there? Why? Why? It's just so much. And we don't know what it is. Is that some of the stuff? Is that some of the stuff that's making us sick or causing, you know what, the big C word? Not COVID, but the other word? Is it? I hate speaking about it because I feel like it's just ridiculous. I'm getting ready to fry some cabbage. I got some rice in here. I'm going to fry some cabbage and some sausage and just something quick to put over some rice. So, got my onions, garlic over here. I'll cut these up first. Put these in there because it was left over from, I believe, the spaghetti. When I tell y'all, I have been trying to stretch and make these meals. Now we had roasted potatoes and barbecue chicken. Then we had before that, egg salad yesterday. Before that, roasted garlic potatoes in the oven, like air fryer. And I did what do you call it? Uh, barbecue chicken. Before that, I did spaghetti. Um, I think tomorrow, if we don't have cabbage left, because I only got one head of cabbage. If we don't have cabbage left, I'm going to do, let's see what I'm doing. If we don't have cabbage left, I'm going to do uh, French toast with that Italian bread. So I make my homemade French toast with that Italian bread, which I got. I still haven't showed the haul. I'll probably put that haul up tonight. What else? Let me get my thing to show y'all how I've been stretching these meals for the weeks. Okay, so these are actually things that I wrote down for the food that we have in our refrigerator and in our pantries or cabinet. And so I did barbecue chicken already. I did egg salad and I did the pasta salad. Y'all remember I did the pasta salad on live. And then I didn't do the grilled ham sandwiches. I didn't do the French toast. Now we have from today till next time that we replenish our grocery thing. Now I already wrote some stuff on my list here. And I got lemon juice, butter, cheese, veggies, juice, chicken, turkey meat, ground turkey. I want regular turkey breast. Find a turkey breast, like the raw turkey, instead of a whole turkey, like a half a turkey or something like that, that I do different things with. Ground turkey, some tilapia, and some fruit. That's what's on the list right now. Now, in our money thing, I'm not gonna go get it. I believe for the car, hear me, for the total, I think it's like $7 and some change. Now I do have to get milk, and I want that to pull us through, right? So I'm gonna get milk because we are literally down with the milk. And I found it better to get the 2 half-a-gallons because I was paying so much more. These two, equal a gallon. But I was getting the jug, and the jug is only 68, or was it, no, 90 something ounces, when a gallon is 128. So I was losing out paying for something for that container when these are 3 something. Yeah. Or 2, yeah, 3 something. So it would have been 6. And that would have been 4. It would have equaled out. It's cheaper to buy this. It's cheaper to buy this. I calculated the ounces versus the container. It's cheaper to buy 2 of these than to buy that container. I believe me and Naya did the calculation, and it was better to go that route. So I didn't have to, if I didn't need the big jug, I can just get half a gallon. But we go through milk. We use milk for our cream of wheat, our oatmeal. We use milk in a lot of stuff, our grits and different things like that. So the milk kind of goes fast. So today I'm going to be scratching off because we have cabbage and rice right here. Salmon and grits. So I'm going to be doing the canned salmon that I do, the croquettes, and some grits. I was going to do mini pizzas with the bread, but they don't want that. Rizzy does, but Nia doesn't care for them. So I try to do something we all can eat. And then a potato with bacon, like a baked potato, a loaded baked potato with bacon and cheese and all that. It's going to just be a baked potato meal. French toast meal. We still have that as an option. Then I wanted to do breakfast sausage egg sandwiches. So I got some sage sausage. I'm going to fry an egg and do the toast on the Italian bread and make breakfast sausages. And I may make some form of pasta meal. So that and like a goulash, like a goulash or something like that. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 counting today. Now we have all the way till next Friday to replenish another $120. Okay, so we already went shopping and we have $7 left. So we got till next Friday to replenish another $120. So that's 2 weeks because we did replenish it on the 10th. So from the 10th to the 24th, that's 2 weeks. So next Friday will be the 2-week mark to replenish the 120. You see what I'm saying? So when we replenish the 120, I will get most of those things on there. And I know for sure we're not going to use and eat all of these things, but I looked at everything we have and what I'm able to make with what we actually have, so we're not wasting anything. And stuff that we like, that's good. So if I don't make the pizzas, it's okay, because even in a 7 day span, I don't cook every day. Like if I decided to do the goulash would be something that will probably let us go through 2 days, maybe three, depending. So I may make that. Now I know I do have some ground turkey, and I know that we have a nice amount of elbows. Only thing we would have to buy is some pasta sauce. So milk, we got $7. No, actually we have $9. So if I got some more milk, some pasta sauce, and maybe we got some potatoes over there. I'm just trying to see what is the better thing to do to stretch us off to the next week. So let's just say I don't cook 2 of those days and we need 5 days. We still got 7 meals. Even if we remove the pizza, it'll be 6. So we're good. Because cabbages and rice today, I definitely know they want the salmon and grits. I definitely know they want the French toast breakfast. I definitely know we can do the grilled ham sandwiches because I bought some really good ham from the deli. I started going to the deli looking for ham that's on sale and buying it by the quarter to half a pound, whatever the sale is. If it's on a good sale, I get the whole pound. If it's okay, I'll get the half a pound. And we don't go through it so fast. Like I bought I think this is a half a pound, and we still eating on it. Oh, actually not. Rizzy been into it. It was over half a pound, and it was 4.48 for the half a pound, and this is by Old Farmers something ham. I don't know, but it was some really good, fresh, tasty ham, not too salty or anything like that. So if anything, I might get a little, like a quarter pound of that. Get some milk. We have enough eggs. And I can do the pasta sauce. And the pasta sauce will cut out some of those meals. Don't have to worry about that. And then we can stretch it all the way into our next time excuse me, to replenish the money. So guys, I made the cream. I'm excited about that. I'm actually gonna taste that later. I don't know if I do it with hot coffee or cold coffee. It's cold. It was snowing. Yeah, it was snowing. Ridiculous. So today we had to go to our eye doctor, me and Naya. It's time for us to get new glasses. So I picked up some really cool glasses. I had to change the red because the red was something someone picked out. I already told y'all, not my thing. But anywho, I changed the red, and I like the color I have. I like those two, but you know how you just want to get rid of stuff, all things that are connected to something. So I definitely did not expect what they did. So usually when we get our glasses, we get the poly scratch resistant, the transition, so that way I don't have to have a sunglasses and a regular glasses. Y'all know if you wear glasses, the transition, and we also get blue light blocking, so it blocks the light in all the LEDs and all the computers and stuff, right? Normally, when we do that, we just pay when we pick up. So I'm there with my binder. You know, I'm thinking we going out. I know I was supposed to go to Walmart. We didn't go to Walmart. And we supposed to go to Bath and Body so I can return some things that I'm not going to use. So I'm like, okay, why am I doing that? I'm like, okay, I got my little binder. Get to the eye doctor, and the guy said they changed everything. Mind you, I went to work yesterday afternoon at 3 o'clock, got off at 9 o'clock, had an hour in between going to another spot from 10 o'clock to 6 in the morning this morning, had to come home, change my clothes, get ready to get on the highway to be to my appointment, which is an hour and some change away at 9 o'clock, and I've been up ever since. Okay? I've been up ever since. And Rizzy wants to get her hair done because she wants to have a sleepover with her friend Bella. And so, yeah. I told her I'll do that tomorrow. Tonight, I am going to cook. I have to cook. I may be going somewhere. Not sure. I don't be liking to go nowhere. So while we were out, Naya was like, we both were hungry because I've been working all night and I hadn't really eaten anything. So we end up going to get seafood. So Naya says to me, and this is what these videos going to be more about, what's happening in my life with budgeting, the sacrifices I'm making to make changes so that I can have better things and be debt free very soon. So Naya and me were talking. We talk about a lot of stuff. We talk about dating and all that other stuff. And I love how just talking to my baby, she's so mature for her age. So we were talking, and she was like, Mom, I don't know what I want. We both like, you ever just like, I don't know what I want. You don't know what you want. And in my brain, I'm like, I got to stick to the budget. So in my brain, I'm like, I don't want no fast food. I really don't want to eat nothing fast. That's not even what I want, like no McDonald's or anything. I really wanted to sit down and have a meal, but I really didn't want to spend like that. Let me show y'all. So I'm like, okay, I gotta stop beating myself up. Hold on, y'all. I gotta stop beating myself up because, yeah, let me get my little, I carried my journal, my real journal, my money journal, and my binder today because I didn't know what we were going to be doing. And if we were in the doctor's long, I was going to do my journaling for the day. So my binder has gotten thicker. I'm going to show y'all real quick. So I'm going to tell y'all the story first. So we end up going to get, now you know Rizzy can't really eat seafood like that. We went to Juicy Crab. Y'all, we can't say no to it. You know what I mean? I mean, we can't say no. But that's not something we would say, oh, no, I don't want that. So we both was looking, and Naya was like, and I was like, I said, Naya, that's not in our budget. She was like, I know, but, what she say? Basically, I don't like to spend money. I don't. Unless it's for my house or for them. I just don't like to do stuff for me. Like, and I've been trying to. You know, people even give me gift money, and I'm just like buying stuff for the house or buying stuff for Rizzy or buying stuff for, you know, for them. I'm always doing that. And I'm just like, I got to realize that we only get one life. Now hear me out. Hear me out, because we're not switching nothing up. We only get one life, and it has to be balanced. You know, my struggle is finding out how to balance life to the point where I'm comfortable, because as a Capricorn, if you know a Capricorn, read up on it. If you don't believe in it, oh well, that's, you know, whatever. So we are very, we love stability. We love stability. We are very loyal. We love stability, and we kind of fidget when it comes to finances start going out of whack. Like, we do whatever we can to sacrifice the grind, to do what we can to try to get back on track, even if it's tiring, it's a lot on us or taxing on our bodies. We are go-getters. We're go-getters. Most entrepreneurs are Capricorns or Virgos, Taurus, like those, one of those three. And I find myself fighting with myself, trying to say, girl, it is okay. It is okay. Like, y'all don't understand. Like, I beat myself up so bad. Like, I'm trying to hold back because y'all don't understand. Like, I am so laser focused when I want something, because I know that I don't have nobody to fall back on. You get what I'm saying? People have used, abused, and mistreated me financially, emotionally, and all of that. And I always have to pick up. I don't have nobody to help me. I have to figure it out by myself. I'm crying because I love me, right? And I'm like, why am I so hard on me? Why is it so hard for me to enjoy what I work hard for? Why does everything that I do in my brain, I have to have it be something I can see that is always some form of an investment? It's like, that's a good thing, but then it's a bad thing at the same time, because I don't want to live this life working so hard to get so many things to free my mind of worry and stress, like the stability and debt free and all of that, to the point where, knock on wood, I cannot enjoy it. Like, y'all don't understand it. If you, I'm gonna give y'all what I'm saying. Mothers who are caring mothers, who truly go hard for their kids no matter what. Don't matter how tired, how sick, how exhausted, overwhelmed, whatever. You still go hard, right? It doesn't matter what it is, right? And it's like, girl, you know that you worked hard for that. You know that this is yours. So I was in there, and Naya just grabbed my hand. I said, it's okay. It's okay. Like, I literally had to say, girl, it's okay. I studied the menu for so long, because I'm like, whoa, this is high. Where's the price of this? And why is this so much? And everything is just going up. So I'm in there, and I'm like, wow. So I grabbed my binder, and I'm like, I did just like this. I said, oh my gosh, I said, my mind started racing. I said, I remember, and let me tell you what I did. I'm gonna tell you what I did. Sometimes it has to be impromptu like this. So what I did was, I looked at my dining, and I'm gonna be honest, transparent with y'all, because I want y'all to understand what happens behind the scenes. I looked at my dining sheet. Now look at the dates. What's today's date? The 17th. I added $15, right? There was only $10 in there. Why? Because we had already went out to eat, and it had ate up some of the coming budget that I was getting ready to place in next. It had already eaten that up, right? So because of that, we were lower than what it would normally be. It was $5 lower than what it would normally be. I knew for sure I wasn't eating nothing at that place for $15. So my mind began to race, and I began to try to figure out, what can I eat under $15. So now I'm haggling, stressing, worrying. Am I going to be under budget? I'm going to be a hypocrite if I don't eat under the budget that I've set, right? But then I said, wait a minute. You did this video on this binder. Hold on one second. You did this video on this binder. Oh, okay. I thought I heard. You did this video on this binder. Everything in this binder is already allocated to something, right? Right. But here's what I mean by that. It's already out in my bank account. It's already been accounted for, right? When you need some money, when you need something and things aren't looking right, this didn't look right. I know I couldn't afford in that particular category to eat at that seafood restaurant, to have no seafood boils. I knew that. So I thought about it. I said, wait a minute. I remember I had, now I'm going to show you. Let me put this back in here. I remember I'm putting this back in dining. Still didn't even use dining. Let me show you what I did. So I said, okay, there's some things that I'm not going to touch right now, that I'm not going to use right now. They're just going to keep building up to the end of the year and then be deposited every quarter, right? Or whenever I decide. So I remember I took out so much money. See, I haven't shared all these videos yet. I got to edit, and my phone keeps saying I don't have space to load it and export it. So I have to get time to do that. So I had $38 sitting in here. You guys will remember this when I share the videos later. I had $38 sitting in here because when I went to get my bank withdrawal, the money that was supposed to be transferred, I took out $38 in cash too much. So it was sitting there waiting for the next time that I would draw money to put in my savings, right? And I said, but it's $38 sitting there. If I take that 38 and add it to what I have here in this 15, okay, 38, 48, 50, we working with something. You get what I'm saying? Almost 50 bucks. My food ended up being $39. I wanted to cry because I'm like, wait, it says $29.99 plus, and then my drink, and just when it added up, it ended up being $39, y'all. And I always tip well, so I gave a $10 tip, Nye gave a $10 tip, and I felt nauseous. I felt nauseous. I was like, I just spent $50 on some food. I enjoyed it. We had a great time. We had a great conversation. I enjoyed it. But that could have went to my groceries. That could have went to this. I needed to get this. I wanted to get that Dr. Bronner's salsa soap and get, because we done got down to the end of this and started putting water in it because we were waiting to get the salsa soap to do the biodegradable soap in the jug instead of keep buying Dawn. An incident happened. I don't know if Nia want to share that. If she wants to share that, y'all don't be understanding what we going through behind closed doors. If she wants to share an experience she just had that I had to be there to help her fix it, and somebody did her wrong, and we recorded and everything, and I'm just like, God, what is going on? Like, they're wrong to the point where they manipulated her and she has to pay over $800 for something because somebody was being a manipulative leech and took advantage of her. And I kind of feel bad because I knew the person as well. We thought this person was going to be a good person, and they took advantage of my child. And we had to go clean up, empty out, and do some things. It just, if she wants to share, she will, but I'm just sharing enough. That's why I got home late today, this afternoon. So after all the cleaning and taking video and going to get the keys and doing all this crazy stuff, and no, it has nothing to do with her ex-boyfriend or no boyfriends or nothing like that for those who might be going. So we were just mentally exhausted. I'm like, how could someone do something like this? a grown person in their 40s. How could they do such a thing to a child when they have kids this age? So I was hungry. I was beat. I had got off of work 6. We had already been to the doctors and everything. And so we end up wanting to eat. So I'm paid for the food. I end up getting I end up getting the actual the actual I'm not gonna show it. I end up getting the waiter's name. He seen my binder and he was like, "Oh, okay, what we got going on, girl? You was no joke, are you?" And I was like, "Oh, thank you." I said, "No, I just budget everything. I'm like, I'm on a grind. I got a mission. I'm on a mission. And I was just showing him, and he was like, "Oh, well, how do you? Well, what? Because I don't know nothing about budgeting." Oh my life. And he just started telling me things, which was, I want to tell nobody. But he didn't tell me nothing personal, but just let me know I need that in my life. Can you help me? And so that'll be person number 4. So God shows things when you have ideas and things pop up, they just happen. So as I'm sitting there contemplating, okay, I got to give this person a good tip. This was a really good service. So that's $10 on top of the $39.80 something. That was $50. That was $50. And I felt so hypocritical. I'm like, is this hypocritical? Or am I just enjoying life? I don't do this all the time. Like, this is me. This is the overthinking. Boop, 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 boop in my head. When it comes to money, when it comes to saving, when it comes to making sure things is okay. And I was like, "Mommy, it's fine. You know what? You got to stop thinking hard about stuff like that. You have it. Be okay with it. Realize and say, it's going to come back." And I know this, but for my child to tell me, she just grabbed my hand and was like, "Mommy, we had fun. It was good. I just say when I spend and I know I didn't plan for it, it's going to come back 10 times fold because I deserve that." And I was just like, "You're right, Nye, you're right." But it still kept bothering my brain. You're right. You're right, Nye. And so I had to put in here my new things that I put in here are in the end. Now I got the new envelope. So I made my own little tags. So that's the spending. And that's I'm trying to decipher. I have a spending, I have a personal care, I have a self-care, I have household, I have miscellaneous. You get what I'm saying? I have savings for Rizzy, like I have no savings for me is not in here. Travel, right? What I end up doing, I don't know why I did it, is I want to say I pulled the $50 from my vacation because I knew that wasn't going to happen, within the next, and I think, no, because, yeah, I pulled 50 from vacation because vacation had 90, and, yeah, I pulled 50 from here, and that's how I paid for my food. But I think I should have took it from spending because I'm not going to be spending like that. I'm not going to be spending like that, so I'm probably going to put replenish spending. I don't know. I'm going to look at it and see what I want to do because I have spending, then I have entertainment, then I also have dining. So I put some of that $38 that I found. I'm like, why don't you just take the 38, add it to the spending? Because I did have $10 left from spending from last time that I put in my wallet that I never used. So I could have took that with the 38 that I found here and just spend that. And that's what I should have did because everything would have stayed the same. So I'm just going to figure out how to remove that 50 back out of here from wherever I put it, the 38, and just put it all back in the vacation. And then when I put more spending in, I'll just deduct it and put the difference back in vacation on top of what I'm putting in vacation for the next pay period. But here's what I'm saying. Once you get here, I don't care if it's $5, $2 you're doing it with, $3 you're doing it with. Every coin counts, okay? If it didn't, when you go to the store and you spend $2 and the cashier didn't give you back your quarter or your 50 cents, I promise you, you're going to say something. I'll be like, "Oh, no worries," and walk away. You're not. Every coin counts. So think of it like that. Every coin counts. I was watching this video and this guy was saying his friends laughed at him. And his house, he owns his house just like I do, outright. He said, truthfully, unless you get a great deal like I did, you can be blessed coming into buying a home, and the actual way that you make money on a home is when you buy it, not when you sell it. And I didn't understand what he said that. Because a lot of times you may need to sell, or you may be ready to sell, and the market is not where you want it to be. So you could possibly lose, and it's just not no more time for you to wait to sell that home. So you can lose. So when you come into a home with a very low interest rate, or you come into a home with a whole bunch of equity in it already, you get what I'm saying? That's where the asset comes in. It becomes an asset when you come into it with it being way more than it's worth. I mean, you getting it for way less than it's actually worth market value. You getting it for way less than it's worth. That's when a home is an asset to you. Other than that, it's not an asset. If it is market value and you are paying market value and you have to pay taxes and you have to pay PMI, which is actually protecting the mortgage company, not you. Know that. If you ever go buy a house, private the PMI is protecting the mortgage insurance. That means if you waiver, you can't pay for it, or something happens, they're still going to be protected. They're going to get their money, but they're making you pay for that. Okay. And it's really not a benefit. You still can lose the house. What it is, I believe in some cases the insurance company pays them the difference. In some cases you still lose it, but you have time to get back on top of it within so many days, but it can still go into foreclosure. So it kind of like, I think PMI should be a benefit both ways. So many days, if a person loses their job or something like that, it kicks in to pay the mortgage. And then, if you can't between a certain time get some things in order, you can lose it. Something like that. But anyways, when you go into a house, that's when the benefit is the best. Buying the house. When you buy the house for less than it is worth, that is the benefit. Buying a house is not an asset. Absolutely not. An asset is something that anytime when you just say, I'm done, I can't deal with this, I'm selling this. Why? Because you completely own it. No one is attached to it. No one is leaning on it. No one can't do anything to you if you sell it, and nobody can't tell you how much to sell it for. That's an asset. And it brings you back some form of income, some form of another asset. That is an asset. If I decide right now, I'm done, I don't, it's too much. It's too much. I can sell this. I get the paper and you want it? Here's the deed. Let's sit down. Let's write a contract. Bam. This is how much I want for it. Give me my money. Let me go about my business. Toodles. I'm off. Going somewhere else. You get what I'm saying? That's an asset. And I can take all of that I have and do something else with it. You see what I'm saying? That's an asset. Y'all, I'm going to tell y'all something. Not right now. I'm not ready to share. Some of y'all already know. But I have been very heavy, and I know Tom is here, so that's why I'm going to, not make any decisions. My dad, even though he was a character, he would always say, don't let your emotions supersede your intelligence. And he used to say it so much, I'm like, okay, Dad, oh my gosh, you just think you're so intelligent. I always say it. No, you think you're so articulator. I used to always mess with him when he said, he'd be like, no, I'm telling you, don't let your emotions supersede your intelligence. But as I gotten older and really more mature and wise, I said, wow, that's why they say, he's just saying it in a different way. When you are emotional or feeling some type of way, or feeling overwhelmed, or feeling something that is just to the point where it's just overbearing, don't make a big decision. Don't make a drastic decision. Don't make any life altering decisions at that time. Don't do it. Don't do it. And I never really understood what he meant, and now I do, because a lot of times our emotions will allow us to make decisions that our intelligence, what I mean, that we have, would not allow us to make if we went by intelligence, common sense, you know, education, experience, or whatever. We wouldn't make those things. And this journey I'm sharing, I know my channel has transformed in so many ways, but it's always going to be how to. Why? Because I am of service. I want to serve people. I want to share how people can change lives in every way, shape, or form. And that has been my life and my thing for years. It has never changed. It has never changed. We have different seasons and different times in our life where things are going to change, and we have to go with the flow. I've always had a thing for wanting to be a woman of my word and wanting to not let people see me not do what I say I'm going to do, or wanting people to not be able to speak badly of me because I have manipulated, hurted, or harmed any one person, place, child, or thing. I've always wanted that in my life, and I try to live by that because I feel like I have family, I have children, I have loved ones. So realize just as well as I do, if I hurt, harm, or do something that is very painful to someone, what's gonna happen? That stuff that I do, how do I know that? How do I know that my child or my grandchild or somebody can't pay for that? I don't want that. I don't want to be the bearer of pain and karma and generational hurt because I manipulated, hurt, or took advantage of anybody in this lifetime. I don't want that in my life. And people don't realize. That's why they say treat people how you want to be treated, because it is so serious. It is not a joke. When you do certain things and you treat, that's why I keep saying my heart is good. My heart is good. And if you've been rocking with me, you know I say it so much. The reason I say it so much because that man upstairs, that woman upstairs, whatever I don't know, the source, the higher power, it knows how I have been through my life, loyal to friends, to family, to people, and I don't bash, I don't talk about, I don't share, I don't exploit, you get what I'm saying? Try to tell people about that, because I truly believe that when your heart is good, that God sees that you don't want to give extra energy to things that have already caused certain things. Now you human, I have to speak this thing because when God tell me to speak certain stuff and I'm on live, I just go speaking because I don't know who it's for. But listen to me, do not waste your energy trying to get revenge. I'm telling you, I see it right now as I speak to you. I have people that have reached out to me, people that I never thought that would reach out to me, who are willing to help me in situations where people have done me wrong and think that they got away with it, or think that it's okay because I didn't say anything or expose, or you get what I'm saying? And the funny part about that, y'all, don't feel bad. Like I was even that way. I'll feel bad. Even after I know they did me wrong, I'll feel bad for the fact that they have to face their karma. Are you like that? Anybody know what I'm talking about? You will literally feel bad for knowing a person has to face their karma. And I like to put sage in it if I'm not using sauce, just because it gives it that sausage taste. I didn't want to do no peppers or anything. I want to do a little bit of spice. So yeah, I would feel bad thinking about, oh man, like it's just some people you don't play with. It's just some people you don't mess with. Especially those that are not out there and their heart is pure. You just don't. And God don't play about them. You know, God don't play about them. And because God doesn't, a lot of times the wrath of God is so much more powerful. And some people, he makes sure it comes right in that time in their life when they think they've gotten over, when they think that they've done something and got away with it. God will be like, yeah, you think you got away. But look, I'm waiting for the perfect time to give you your sowing, your reaping of your sowing because of what you've done. See, when you manipulate, God give it right back to you the same way. Since you plan and you manipulate and you do stuff, when people do that, realize, and I'm talking to those that have been hurt and have situations where you think that God is not working. No. It's his time, not yours. Because guess what? Listen, when things have been planned and people do things and they manipulate you and they utilize you for whatever reason and act as if you're not human, guess what? The same way that they do you, that's the same way it comes back. It comes back perfect time. It's all in the plan. It's been planned. It's been planned to come back to them right when they thought that they got away with it, right when they thought that they're moving on with what they have done. And that's it. Oh, this looks so good. That's when God come through and be like, ha, remember what you did to such and such? You remember how you did to such and such? You remember how you did this? God comes through and he makes it happen to the point where, oh, it's got a big cord. He makes it happen to the point where a lot of times they don't realize it's the karma for something they did in the past that they thought they got away with. You know? They don't realize that. They don't realize it. Hold on, y'all. I don't know why I stopped talking. Like I started focusing. When I be messing with this sharp knife, y'all, you want to make sure I'm on point. Cut that down low. Yeah, so God come through. I'm telling y'all, don't give up. And I'm saying this because I'm speaking from being in, not too long ago, you know, a situation where, you know, people do things like that. You know, people do things like that and they think it's okay. You know, it's not okay. And not only am I talking to a person who's been through that, but just realize if someone is in your life and you are close to them, friends, family, best friend, or whatever the case may be, don't use people. Don't use people. You know, don't use people. People are not meant to be used. If that person is not in your life for a reason and you're not trying to, what is this? Hold on, y'all. Y'all know I can't really see all the comments while I'm on the phone. I have to get to my whatchamacallit. But yeah, don't be a user, y'all. Don't do that. Don't hurt people. Don't, you know, some people can't recover. Some people mentally can't handle it. You know, you never know. You could put them in a mode where they can never come back out of it. You know, they can never come back out of it. They'll never want to, you know, trust again. They'll never, you know, you just don't do that, y'all. Don't do that. If your heart is that way and you are the type to, you know, try to get what you can, move on from people. And you know what it made me think about? I have uncles incarcerated and stuff like that, right? And so they would date women for their purpose. You know, they would date women for their purpose. And, you know, when they got out, probably didn't date them anymore. You know, the purpose was get visits or, you know, sometimes marry them just because they got a lot of time. And not just uncles, people, friends, family, people that I know, friends or family members and stuff like that. And they would date, you know, I have friends, uncles, and different things like that. They would date women just to get what they needed at that moment because that woman, and it don't even have to be an insecure woman, because just to trust and to be with a person, a man or woman, if you're a man or a woman, you know, you have to let your guard down. You have to trust. You have to open up, right? And some people take advantage of that. Some people take advantage of that. And I used to be like, oh, that's not nice. And they will find, and I'm going to be honest with you, they'll find the biggest woman, and they feel like, oh, you know, and it was usually the truth at that point. I'm not saying this is the truth in general, that they will find a big woman who they felt was very insecure, that they can, you know, talk a good game to and say a couple sweet nothings in her ear and have her bringing everything in the world up there to them. If y'all know what I'm talking about, tell me if y'all know what I'm talking about. Have them bringing everything in the world up there and doing everything and promising this woman that they are going to be with them and they are going to, you know, live with them and they're going to get married and they're going to move on and have children and all these great things, right? And this woman is believing this. And it has nothing to do all the time with insecurities. I've been there and I've done that. That happened to me. And it ain't about insecurity. It's about trusting somebody. And some people can be very, very manipulative. You know, some people can really be so manipulative that it's so believable. And you can't just, because your heart is good, you don't realize everybody's heart is not good. Everybody don't mean you well. And just because your heart is good, you still have to really have discernment and not ignore the red flags. Not ignore the red flags. I'm telling you, don't ignore the red flags. If you feel someone is homosexual, if you feel someone is doing things that you don't agree with, if you feel like they, just don't ignore the red flags. Do not ignore the red flags. I'm telling you, because a lot of times in the beginning of a relationship, you ignore them. Let me tell you what my thing was, right? So I would have red flags, but this would be the issue for me. I would be fighting in my brain. And I'm sharing this with y'all because I'm a woman and this is real and this is it. This is what it is. This is what God said is okay for me to share. I wanted to wait and just give it to you when, I felt the time was right. I would battle in my mind with, okay, is it a red flag or is it a trigger or a past trauma of something that reminds me of something before? That's what I said. Have discernment, because when you have discernment, you will know the difference between the two. Because a lot of times, yes, I hate when people say, oh, don't treat someone like the next person because that person didn't hurt you. That's correct. But you know how they say that you don't forget when you have things happen? You say, oh, I can forgive, but I don't forget. Just because I have moved on. Why am I putting this in there? Because now I'm going to have to take this trash out because cabbage does smell real funky after it sits. So it's like, oh, don't, let me get some water. Don't go into the next relationship blaming or treating that person as if they were the one that hurt you. Correct. 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 You don't want to do that, right? But what you don't want to do is ignore the fact that whether it be this or the next or the last, a lot of red flags begin the same in all people if they're the same way, manipulative or whatever the case may be. So as women and men, you have to pay attention to, and I'm gonna even say it is so, you have to have a connection because it's gonna be different from this point on with the way I do things. The reason why I say this is because the discernment is where that thing kicks in, and it's a feeling in your gut. If you have to keep questioning something, if you have to keep feeling some type of way about something, if you keep wondering, if it don't feel completely right, it's not. It's not. I hate to be the one to say it if you're listening and you're going through something and trying to figure something out or don't know what to do or how to move forward. You might be listening for just that reason. God will bring anybody to come talk to you. It's not. It's not. Because see, when something is right, it's like that puzzle piece. You're looking for that piece, right? And none of them won't fit. No matter how you try to make it fit, it's just not going to fit, right? But that puzzle piece that goes there, it's going to fit. It's going to fit right. And it ain't going to be nothing you're going to question. Because you're not like, no, you know what? Yeah, no, I know this feels perfect. Like I don't feel nothing bad. It just sit perfectly right with your soul, with your mental, with your emotional and everything. You're not going to pick that piece up and still try to go find because it's just not right. Even though you see it's right, it's fitting perfectly, right? That can be the mindset where you can need to take more time. You need to, no, not you can. You need to take more time because you got a lot more healing to do, right? You trying to find something is different from you feeling and seeing in action things that's not right and sitting well that makes you feel hurt, that makes you feel dismissed, that makes you feel ignored, that makes you feel like something is not right. And a lot of times when it comes to discernment, it will not give you that clarity at that moment. It is just warnings, right? But you still move forward. So in that fight with me was this. Is it really God? Because I don't want to sabotage something that's supposed to be. And maybe, no, relationships have ups and downs. It's not going to be perfect. Yeah, I know that. Okay, so maybe this is me overthinking it. You get what I'm saying? It's your mental that plays with you. But when you have that discernment and you locked in on only trying to get that feeling that gives you that notion that, daughter, this ain't right. This ain't right. You can ignore that. You can ignore it, but guess what? You can ignore it, but all it does is just go down, 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 deeper in the pit of your stomach, and you still feel it. But you keep ignoring it. And then later, you're like, something told me I should have you get what I'm saying? But that still doesn't excuse a person bringing you along and doing what they do to make you think that this is what they want. As women, I can only speak for women. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention to the red flags. Pay attention to the things that make you Y'all, one day I'm going to sit and I'm going to share some stories with y'all. Y'all mouths gonna drop. Y'all mouths gonna drop. Y'all mouths are going to drop. I'm gonna share some stories with y'all one day. Not right now because some things are in the making right now. But one day I'm gonna share. I got this too though. I don't turn it all the way down. I'm gonna share some stories with y'all, and y'all gonna be like, what? When I tell y'all my empath gifts and abilities, and that's why I be so upset with myself because I know better. I know better. But then, you ever been around someone, friends, family, relationship, whatever, and you know that God don't play about you, but because you afraid of the wrath of God on them, you stay to protect them? I've done that so much. I've done it so much. And it's like, you can end up being a part of what's got to happen. And that's how, I say, if you don't move when you're supposed to, God will move you. He'll move you. He'll make something happen where you ain't got no choice. If you don't move the way you're supposed to, excuse me, every time I start speaking like that, it's like he pull up the stuff. If you don't move when you're supposed to move, oh, he gonna make you move. He gonna make you move. Because a lot of times we're afraid to move on. We're afraid to do the things we don't want to do for fear of loneliness, what people are going to think. And this thing that I'm talking about is not my marriage. This is not my marriage, right? So he will do things and they'll be so obvious to the point where like, okay, in your face, in your face, in your face, in your face. And like, okay, girl, okay, okay, I got to do it this way. And then it'd be like, are you serious? I was trying to tell you, you know what I mean? I was trying to tell you, it has to be an element of surprise with God sometimes because we just want what we want. And he like, I need you to move this piece of crap out the way because I got something way better for you when you taking up time and space for somebody who deserves such an empress as yourself, but you are sitting there and allowing yourself to waste time and energy on somebody that does not deserve even being in your presence or even deserve to be around you and to gain all of the blessings that I'm going to bring upon you. I have to remove people, whether it hurts you or not. It might hurt you, but understand that the hurting process is going to be a healing process to get you where I need you to be so that you have the wisdom to share with other people, to let them know that if you've been through it, you can get through it. You're not stuck in nothing. And I always say that you are not stuck in nothing. You will get through it. But it hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. It hurts. Because nobody can't feel those broken hearts but God. Nobody can't fill those voids but God. No man, no child, no friend, no nothing. Nobody but God. That takes you getting close and getting an understanding of who he is. So when he talks, you hear him and you don't waste time doing things like wasting your energy on people that are so beneath you. Yes, yes. And when I say this in a way when I'm meaning like of spiritual levels and levels of integrity and wisdom and love and the way the heart works. There are levels to this because there's some people that are heartless. You get what I'm saying? And there's some people that are heartful. So it's a different, it's a difference between that. And I'm not talking nobody's better than anybody humanality because we're all the same. We're all God's children. We all bleed the same, period. That's just what I believe. Okay, that saying period after I said bleed the same didn't sound right. But anyways, so because of that, you have to realize that when he got an assignment for you, it's different. He moved different. He don't move regular. He don't do things regular. He do things to make sure it hurt, because that pain is going to bring upon so much wisdom that's going to allow you not to place yourself in that position no more because people are waiting for you and you got things to do, girl. You got things to do, and you cannot be wasting time on people who are not ready to go with you. You need an emperor who's definitely going to be able to replenish you. daily as you go and speak my word and help people to heal and help people to understand that in order for you to give your all and be your all for whoever it is that you desire for God to bring in your life, you must fill those voids with him and everything that he has for you, because he's the one that created you. And if you're broken, he's the only one that can fix you. You must fill yourself. And once you fill yourself, you become whole. That means you are healed. And you're not looking for nobody to put nothing nowhere, because there's nothing for them to put it. All they can do is join with you and become something different as one. That's it. We are looking for people to fulfill these voids that we need God to fulfill, the spiritual to fulfill. We need those things to be fulfilled by him, because he got the glue. He got the paste. He got things that's going to bring it all back together again. Nobody can't do that. And that's why you're going to be left alone. That is why you're going to be in yourself, by yourself, because that's where you're meant to be, because you can really get into here and try to figure out why and where you need to be in life, so that you don't make the same mistakes again, so that you do not allow anybody or anything that does not deserve who God has created you to be to even ravish in your presence. Okay? And I had to learn that. I had to learn that. I had to learn that. And then I had to learn it again right after. And I thought that everything was good. And I'm like, okay, boom, I'm moving on. I had to do what I need to do. I need to remove myself from this marriage. I'm going to move on. Boom, find something else. And then that was you get what I'm saying? And I'm just like, girl, was you supposed to even be there? It was over. Like, I had, to be honest with you, you know how they say you checked out way before the actual divorce? Mentally, you check out of something way before something, because you can only keep repeating something to a person over and over and over again. You can't. It takes two to be great. It takes two to make something work. It cannot be all on one person. So when it happened, like I was telling my sis, like, my mental was already checked out. I felt like I was a married single woman years before I had the divorce. But I hoped and prayed, and I feel like we just grew apart. We just definitely grew apart. But the situation after my ex-husband, was the situation that I felt was the most just manipulative, degrading, hurtful. Not just to me. I think the thing that hurt me the most is that this person hurt my children too, That was the thing that hurt me the most, that was hard for me to grasp. Like, how could you be so heartless to hurt children or put children into something? That's something that I can never understand. Oh, we need juice too. I've been trying to drink a little bit, because we will go through this juice. And look, literally, I gotta go get some juice. I don't feel like going to the store. So, have I given up? No, I haven't given up, because a woman and I'm gonna speak what I am, because I've never, and I told y'all, you're gonna start hearing me speak. We have to speak life into ourselves. We have to speak who I am, because if I'm created by something so great, why would I demean who I am? Such a great woman as I am, and powerful spiritually as I am, I can't allow myself to interact with something that's not even on that level. You know what I mean? You can't. You're not supposed to. You're wasting your time. You're wasting your time. You're actually wasting your time. And I'm learning more and more each day that it's okay to love me. It's okay to treat me well. Finance-wise. Mentally. Speaking. It's okay. Because guess what? Who else gonna do it if I don't? Who else gonna do it if I don't? I'm waiting for somebody to tell me. Nobody else is gonna do it if I don't. No one else is gonna do it if I don't. Here, let's go. We're gonna let that cabbage do its thing. Because once that's done, it's basically done because my rice is already in the cooker doing this thing. But yeah, who else is going to do it, y'all, if I don't? Nobody. Nobody. I'm not about to go through this life waiting to praise myself, waiting to understand how great I am, and not speaking that, not living that way, meaning like, expressing that. When I tell you, every time I open my mouth when I'm in public and I meet people, they always want to know more about me. I get so many, have I seen you before? Why do you look familiar? Why do you look familiar? Or why this or why? Yeah, it's just like I have to do more of getting back to speaking the things that are not as though they were now. Now. Why? Because I believe. I believe. And that's all manifestation is. That's it. That's it. I believe. I actually, let me see. I wrote in my journal the other day, and hold on. I wrote in my journal the other day, and I don't know, I usually don't do this, but it was just this day, I was just like really, like, I just went to writing in capital letters, like, ugh. And in a good way, like, speak that thing, girl. And I didn't get to write today. Gotta write today. And it says, I'm not gonna tell you what it says, but I just went to just write in capital, like right about here. Some people can zoom in, pause, and all that other stuff. So yeah, I just went to just capital, like, hear me, God, hear what I'm saying. Not only am I writing it and I'm feeling it as I write it, but I'm thinking it and I'm speaking it and I'm believing it at the same time. And when I keep telling y'all, mark my words, mark my words. My latter days are going to be so freaking amazing. When I say that, I mean, like, I'm talking just before 50 and on. Y'all gonna come back and be like, girl, I remember when you said, if you've been rocking with me, anybody that knows this, and I'll keep repeating this because I want y'all to hear the words that are coming out of my mouth. When I say what I say, we always come back to, and they're like, yup, I remember she said this was gonna happen. I remember when you talked about, that's just what it is. That's exactly what it is. I cannot control, y'all, this thing gets so messy. I be doing the bills and it just be like, I clean it up and then more stuff come. I clean it up and then more stuff come. Because I'm do everything right here. Like, everything is done right here. So I have to not be apologetic of my thoughts, my feelings, what I speak. If they are in regards to who I am and what I believe, I don't have to apologize to nobody. Who are you? I know who created me and what he said I was. Maybe you don't see it, but you shall. You will. He gonna make sure you see it. That's just what he does. That's how he works. That's how he works. Especially when you have people with such a story. Like, that's just how it works. He is nothing but him getting the glory through my story, because of the simple fact that he gonna show me how he brought me through. It's how I've been through so much, but I am still resilient. I still believe in love. I want to be interdependent at some point. I am independent now, but that is not my ultimate goal. I am a resilient woman, but I don't, what is that word? Flock in the, oh, I'm an independent. No. That wasn't how I was designed to be made. Meaning that, yes, we have to do what we have to do because we have to be responsible adults. But at the end of the day, that is not what I desire. It's not. It's not. I want some interdependency with me and my emperor. That's what I want. I don't want to have to do everything. I don't want to have to think for everyone. I don't want to have to make plans for everything, know everything, figure out everything, have the conversations that need to be had with other men, because I have no, one in my life to do such. I don't want. What's that? I don't want to do that. That's not what I want. And I'm speaking that because that's not what I desire. That's not what I shall have. It's not. Yeah, I'm learning at this moment to love on me, even to the point where it's okay. Like, I love me and I'll do anything for me, but I don't like to spend on me. I don't like to do special things for me. I don't like little stuff like, oh, I did this, oh, I did that. But like, I really feel some type of way when it's time to do certain stuff. And that, I wanted to share that with you. That has, when I say struggle, like I'm like, oh, I need a vacation. Well, I want to do this. Well, I want to do that. But I'm like, nope, debt, gotta pay this debt, gotta do this, gotta do that, gotta do it. Like, it's on my brain. I feel like because of the type of person I am, I won't be comfortable doing those things until I achieve the goals that's going to make me mentally feel comfortable. Okay, let's see who's talking in here. Y'all names are in colors. I don't remember that being a thing. Good afternoon, Shatika. Good afternoon, Flo. Good afternoon, Lisa. Good afternoon, Sheila. Good afternoon, Ruth. Good afternoon, Laura. Good afternoon, Christine. Who's still here? So yeah, I don't want to do those things. I don't want to do those things. And I want to be better at being okay with it. There are things, you guys know I'm a sound healing practitioner. And for those of you who don't know, let me show y'all one of my pieces. I actually have two of them. I've shared this before, so some of y'all have seen it, but hold on. Remember, I was blessed and I got found one of these at the market for like the low. So I'm a sound healing practitioner and I cannot wait. Baby, stir that cabbage for me, please. And I made you some creamer. It's good. Shake it up. It got cinnamon and stuff in it. Shake it up before you use it, okay? I found this one for the low. And it's so crazy because this one that I keep with me, I have all my big ones. They get really big. They're in storage. My daughter, the first one she bought me was this size here. Okay, let me do this because I don't want to put them on the floor. This is the first one I ever received, and this is what got me interested. This had a lot to do because I realized that my spirit, my soul, it resonates with music. I don't know if y'all know it, I always got to have music playing. You have to understand what makes you feel peaceful, what makes you feel relaxed. When you start to get to know those things are usually attached to your gifts, attached to your things that you enjoy. And when I realized that, when I did a video and I talked to y'all a couple years ago and I said it's gonna be a farewell video. Go look for that video. And that was, y'all was like, oh my gosh, your skin, you look so beautiful. I was water fasting. I water fasted before I asked for a divorce for like 21 days to make sure I was making the right decision, and the decision kept coming back the same. I wanted to have a clear mind, a clear understanding that I was doing this without the harm of any toxic foods or anything that can make my mind just be all over the place, because it can. So I water fasted and I lost so much weight. I felt so amazing to the point, let me show y'all. I'm gonna see if I can show y'all my heaviest weight, and then I'll show y'all my freaking then I'll show y'all my where I was. I remember God said, if you get things in order, and me and I were talking about this again, I kind of am all over the place, but it all comes together. If you're just now coming, understand that's just how I roll. But people that's been with me for a minute know I bop, but I do my best to come back. We were talking about just eating right and getting back on track, and how I felt when I was eating vegan for so much, and then I remember years ago I was doing raw food vegan, many years ago, and how my body felt, right? And so I did that fast, and I would work out in my room on the side of my bed, guys. because I was determined. I said I didn't want to go to the gym. I didn't feel comfortable going to the gym at that time. I just wanted to be in my peace, my solitude, around nobody. So I had my little meditation area. I shared y'all a video with my meditating and how I started to begin meditating with things differently. And what I did was I said, okay, after I meditate, I just want to lay here. And I remember saying to Alexa, I said, Alexa, play some soulful, inspiring music. This is my hand on everything I love. Get It Together by India Irie start playing. Y'all, I have never heard that song in my life. I had never heard that song in my life, and it was old. So when I listened to the song, it's like a connection. It was like something said, shh. Because first I was like, but then I was like, and I started listening to the words of the song. When I tell y'all the words, the numbers, and everything she was saying, if you get a chance, go look at the lyrics of Get It Together by India Irie. The number that she used about being in a relationship was right at the number that I was in my marriage. The number that she used for the pain that I felt in my body, my back, oh my gosh. I said, what in the world? How could this song have been out? And I never heard this song before. But at this moment, God, when I need something, my music, my peace that helps me just to keep at a certain level, it helps to keep me maintained at a certain level, I literally begin to weep. I begin to wail, and I begin to cry out. In that song, it said, you cannot, basically, the choice is yours no matter what you choose. Choose life or choose basically to stay in something that hurts you. It's your fault if you stay. I was like, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, God, if this is not so much more plain, and this is after me meditating and going through the whole process of the fasting and trying to really understand. I had to step away. I had to step away from social media. At that time, I was doing budgeting and talking about money and stuff like that too. I had to step away because it was for me. And so what I started doing was I started listening to more music. And so music was my thing. Then I started listening to certain types of music as I meditate, right? And then it just started to transition, and then more stuff just started popping up. And I remember I asked to hear a instrument. I said, Alexa, was on TV. I said, Alexa, play YouTube videos with instrument, with 480 megahertz. I was telling them the different, the megahertz. Oh my gosh, I'm getting tongue-tied. With the megahertz that I needed at that moment, I asked Alexa to play it. And so this guy was on YouTube, and he was playing a handpan. And I was so intrigued. The music had me like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And so from the handpan, I started seeing more things and more things. And before that, I had already was into the singing bowls, the little metal one, the Tibetan singing bowls. I already had one, and I was using that, and I loved the way it sounded. And I was like, they have big ones, they have crystal bowls. And I started listening and doing research on them, and it just did something deep down within me. So I was talking to Naya about it, right? And I said, I'm going to find out more about this. I want to understand this. And I became a certified sound healing practitioner. It was a process. During my what do you call it? My healing and all that, I was getting to know what sound was and how sound works with people, with their minds, with their mental. And Naya blessed me with this. This was my first bowl. This is the first bowl that I received. My baby got this for me. That's why I said I believe Naya is my soulmate. A soulmate is not just a person that you date and are in a relationship with. The soulmate could be your mom, your uncle, your sister, your brother, your best friend, your neighbor. You could find out that they're a soulmate. That is someone that is attached to your soul, that is there, and you are there for them, and they're there for you. It's like I can be thinking of something, and Naya send me a text. And it'll be the perfect answer to what I needed, or vice versa. So understand that. So when she got this, I said, wow, these are the bowls that I wanted to get. She seen me with my smaller one, and it just went from there. So they got bigger and bigger. So I have bigger ones. So I have this one and this one. These are, I think that one is a little bit smaller, but I have a smaller one. Rizzy has one. so she plays them as well. We have all the drums. We have the tincture chimes. We have all of those. So I had an actual meditation room, and we would sit in there and play together, just have the lights out and just kind of vibe, and play our music and listen to the bowls and whatever sound they create. And that's what I begin to do. And when I begin to do it, I start doing it. Look at my computer's doing something. It started tinting out on me. But that's just, this is a heart chakra, and this was the one that I resonated with more. It's just so crazy because my heart needed to heal. My heart needed to be fulfilled again. It was broken and void. So my chakra was the first one that I received, but it was just like, wow, that was meant. It was meant for a reason for this to be my first one. And I had the solar plex, I had the crown, I have all of them. All of them, every one of them down to the root. I have all of the bowls that represent a different chakra. And I teach my clients this. And when they lay and just sit there and I speak to them and we talk and just go through it, it is just the most amazing. The most amazing feeling when you see their tears just come. Like, a lot of people resonate with energy. This is nothing but a form of energy that is ignited, like on purpose, right? Everything we do is energy. And to understand how this works, how the drums work, how the chimes work, how everything works on different megahertz that works with different chakras in your throat, your crown, your third eye, how they work with all of them. It's amazing. The thing that I can say is, because my stuff has been packed away so long, I've been feeling disconnected. I've been feeling so disconnected. I still use this one. I play this one, but my chimes and everything, I feel so disconnected. I don't know where all my stuff is, but it's a disconnection that I do not like. And it's like my impatience for the house, not just for the house, but it's getting my space that I used to have to do my sound healing, to do my therapies and my one-on-ones with my clients. That's what I'm longing for more than anything in this house. That's what I'm longing for. And that was a part of my healing. That song, Get It Together, got me through. It got me through the selling of the house, through the divorce, and through everything. It really got me through. I don't know if I ever told you guys about the story, but one day I'll tell you the story about the divorce, doing the divorce paperwork during COVID, like high COVID, or the peak of COVID. I don't know if I told, I don't think I told y'all, but y'all would be like, are you serious, girl? What? So sometimes, like, somebody told me, how do I remove myself from a situation that I've been in so long and then happen to jump into something else that does such a thing? And I'm like, is that because I was meant to be placed somewhere, or was that person supposed to catapult me because I wouldn't have left if it wasn't? You get what I don't know. It's thoughts that I still try to get confirmation of, and I'll get, spiritual people say, well, maybe it's this or maybe it's that and stuff like that. And I still say, I hear you, but why me? You know what I'm saying? Why me? And I'm like, well, why not you? Somebody else probably would have killed themselves. You know what I'm saying? You were made for that. You were made to be able to go through that so that you can share that. And so I just feel so disconnected from my gifts of the sound healing, and I miss it. So sometimes I just sit on the bed and I just play it. I'll have my little aura going on, my ambience going on, and I'll just sit there and I'll just play it and be in my zone. And I have something that I'll be sharing with you guys probably. I don't know. I wanted to gift myself with something, but once again, it's something that will, before it will work, I need it, not needed. It is something that is going to be an accent and an asset to my sound healing business. And I don't know if I shared this, but I talked to y'all about this a long time ago when I shared my meditation room and how it looked and how I had it set up. And I said, one day. and it was so crazy. I was on looking, shopping for something for the house. Actually, I was shopping for that salsa stuff, and the price of this thing that I wanted literally was $700-800. And I just couldn't justify it. I couldn't justify it. But the beauty of it, and when I share it with y'all, y'all gonna be like, I remember you showing us that guy. I remember that video. I even tried to reach out to somebody in Japan, and they were like, they cannot find them. He thought he had one, and he was going to give me one for, I think, like 400 or something like that. And I ended up finding them for 2 something, 300 before tax. So I'm contemplating what I want to do. I'll see. Y'all know I'm gonna share it with y'all if I do. But I feel like, oh my gosh, that's gonna be next level. It's gonna be next level with y'all. Don't under just playing that right now just gave me a vibe. It's just like a replenishing vibe of energy for me. My soul is so connected to sound and music that is crazy. Like, even when I was growing up in church, certain songs and certain things would just do something to me and it would just, I just want to cry. Crying for me is not sadness. Crying for me is the deep thoughts of that pain or that feeling, because you cannot, when people say you forgive and forget, like I said earlier, you cannot forget a pain neither. You can't. So that feeling can come up and rise up to the point where you feel those things again. And when people say, oh, that means because you're not healed, no, because you're human. If you remember the pain of stubbing your toe, is your toe not healed because you can't remember how that literal pain to make you shiver or quiver because you're like, oh gosh, I remember that hurt so bad? Are you not human? Are you not, is it not healed because you still can remember and feel that pain? I can't stand when people say that to people. You're not healed if this, if you still feel that. No, that's not true. It depends on how you act upon the feelings that you have. You get what I'm saying? That makes it true that you have not healed. If you cannot speak about something or have a conversation about it without being to the point where, like, you might be so angry and you want to hurt that person and you feel like how you felt at that moment, no. But if you can talk about it, and talking about it, I just asked this little girl, hold on y'all, hold on 1 second, my cabbage is burning. It's burning. It ain't burning, but good thing I smelt it. Hold on y'all. Let's put a little water in here. If you have pain, right, and that pain is from the past, whatever you want to call it, whatever the case may be, you don't just automatically become numb to a pain where you can't feel it, or it is not something that comes back to your memory because it's over or because you've gotten over it, right? It's a difference between getting over something, and then when people say heal what? Heal what? Now, I can see being broken from something and you need to fulfill those voids of the brokenness, but it's like you hear a lot of people talking about heal. I mean, I was thinking about this the other day, and I was like, why is it just coming to me totally different, right? It's coming to me totally different. Because the healing means that it's totally gone, right? It's not there, it's null and void, it's nothing. But how can it be if it is something that has marked a time in your life to alter something in your life, to make you now have that memory of that pain or that feeling or that whatever the case may be? Because it does still exist, does that mean you're not healed? Or does that mean that you have just gotten over the way you react to it? And because of that pain, you have to learn how to mend yourself together to the point where now when it comes up, you have gotten over it, so it does not Those, see how it's full, it's filled. It does not seep in and make you feel some type of way or make you want to react the way you did then. You act totally different. I feel like that is the difference, because I know some people that something happened and it could be years. They're like, that and ooh, like, and they're just angry. That person hasn't gotten over it. They didn't get over it. They're still feeling it. They still, in it, and it's okay to feel. We are human, because we can't take away what we felt. We can't forget the feeling. That just doesn't, it just irritates me. It doesn't work like that. You cannot forget the feeling. You cannot forget the feeling. You can forgive, and you can learn how to not allow it to bother you as it did before. I agree with that. But when you say healing, I think healing is a whole nother process in itself. It's a whole nother process in itself with you as a human. Meaning, healing yourself to the point where you know how to deal in situations so that you won't become hurt again. But when somebody say, you haven't healed from this, well, I'm never gonna stop remembering it. Like, it's theirs. It's gonna always be a memory, unless a person gets dementia or something like that. They can't not think about it and remember it. And yeah, it may bring a tear to your eye still. It may make you sad. It may make you happy, depending on what it is. It's the same way. So forget happy things. You get what I mean? Because it's sad, we should just forget it. No, we can't. Because it's happy, we feel happy about something, we're excited about something, we don't want to forget that. And we can literally tear up because, oh my gosh, I remember when this person did this for me, oh my gosh, I can't believe it, and I'm like, oh girl, you're too happy, you need to heal, get over that. You get what I'm saying? Like, you can't, like, you're still bringing back a feeling that was a good feeling. So it's the same on both ends. It can be a painful feeling, it can be a exciting feeling. You are human, so you're going to feel. It just depends on how you allow it to temper you, your heart, your mental, your emotional. That is what I feel is what we need to do. How do we push it to a place where it's not so close to the fact where we feel we got to protect ourselves from it still, where we still want to, we're going to fight. No, don't give it that energy. Yes, I get it. We just got to learn how to get over it. We got to learn how to deal with it in a way that it doesn't penetrate us, where it doesn't make you still feel the effects that it did when it first happened. That's a difference. But everybody's story is meant for someone, I'm looking at my plants, they look dusty. Everybody's story is meant for someone, right? And so I'm never going to stop telling mine, because there's always going to be somebody different who needs to hear it. I'm never going to stop telling mine until God tells me to. But that's a part of why I'm who I am. So I was talking to this guy. Let me tell you. Okay, so the dating thing, and they asked this question. So can you tell me, what is something that this is what he said to me. He said, what is something that you would change? If you could change anything about yourself, what would it be? I said, well, to be honest with you, I don't know nothing but who I am now. Who I am now is created by everything that I've been through. And if I change something, where and who would I be today? I don't think I could say that I would change anything. I don't know anything that I can literally say I can change, because I do love who I am. And I understand I'm still learning, I'm still evolving, and I got a lot to learn, and God is not through with me yet, right? So why would I get in the midst of the path that I chose was for a reason. Now, because I chose this path, me and God have already made a plan to get through to the next level of this path, but it's all because of what I've already been through. So if I go back and change something, now this path might get altered. I can't say that I know that there's anything that I want to change. And he was like, wow, okay, well, dang. So he said, his next question, he was like, okay, well, answer me this. If you can have one superpower, and I've never had nobody ask me these questions. You're dating, what do you like? What you like to do? And he was like, if you have one superpower, what would it be? I said, the superpower to heal everybody who's in pain from something that happened in their past that's holding them back from being great so that they can be great. And now our children don't have to look at the TV to see all this great that they think is what life should be like and what they're striving for. And they can see more men and women of color and men and women of their community being great as examples, so they don't have to go to YouTube and social media to see what so-called thrown in our face greatness is, when that's not nothing but superficial things that holds us back from thinking that we are great, because we have to be what they're showing us. That's the superpower I want. Oh gosh. Okay. Ooh. I'm just okay. And so he just was like, oh, okay. Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's the superpower one. Healing people. Healing people so that they can understand how great they are. And it's a different realm. That's why I said healing is the totality of a person. It has nothing to do with all the things that you went through consistently. Those are not just the things you need to heal from. They can be, it's children who need to be healed. You know what I'm saying? That's never been in a relationship. They need to be healed for so many reasons, because the healing, when I say this is what healing to me is, you don't realize your greatness. You don't realize your greatness. You're stuck thinking that you're not great. You're stuck thinking that you mean nothing. You're stuck thinking that life is just not going to give you, and you have no chance of being who you are designed to be. You need to heal that. That is where the healing should be. Not in every little thing that happens to you. You're not healed from it. No. You as a person might need to heal some things in your life, in totality, mentally, emotionally, and physically, that'll help you to not have situations, because you have much more of a connection spiritually, so that way you don't go through those things. It's not a healing from each thing. You got to get healed from that. I can't, that's just, if you really think about it, it's just, it has to be the source, that thing, that you, me, because everything that I go through is because of who I am and what I'm dealing with myself. Not the situations that I've been in, with myself. Those situations have came in and done certain things that allow me to continue to keep being in myself, and I need to know who I am so that I can fix that, which is that part. That's the healing thing, right? Let me heal me. Let me heal me in a way where I have understanding of who I truly am, what I really am capable of, so that way these situations can't come to try to tear me down. So I have to figure out how to get over them and move on to the next thing, and not let them fester, right? That is so many people that are great, but they don't realize it. No one's never told them that. No one's never shared with them their stories to let them know, oh my gosh, I'm looking at a picture of me. I was huge, and even I'm not at my heaviest now, but I'm almost like not too far from it. But I'm looking at a picture of me. This is Google. This is 7 years ago. It has 11 years, 7 years, and 3. And it's me, my ex-husband, my brother, and I don't know who that person is, but guys, look how chunky I was in the face, even when I was smiling. Oh my gosh. Look, y'all. Wow. Wow. Let me go. Let me go. Okay, let me go. But I look so way older. That was 7 years ago. Trust me, when you do what you need to do and you try to just get over things and move on, you get life back. Life comes back. Like it's a thing. I don't know. It's our thing. It's me and my God thing. You know what I'm saying? It's a thing. Like, I literally was trying to show y'all a video, because I remember when God said, do what I asked you to do, and I'm going to aid you backwards. Did y'all see that? That was 7 years ago. She looked like she smiling, but not. Look at me and look at her. Like, look at her. That don't even look like me, y'all. That don't even look like me. Whew. Okay, so let me find. I'm gonna find for y'all. Let's see. I was just looking at this like, yo, girl, girl. Let me see. My birthday. Let's go to my birthday. My birthday. Okay, wait. Okay. I think it was around my birthday. Hold on. It's my birthday. No, I think it was January 2020. I'm gonna show y'all my birthday pictures in 2020, I think it was. Yeah. No. Yeah, no, because I went to the cruise. So I think it was 2021, 2023. Yeah, let me see. 2021. I think, y'all. November, December, January. Let's see. I think that's it. I think it's it. I remember I sent it to my brother, and he was like, oh my gosh. Like, really, sis? I said, I know. He said, wow. Look at the difference. Wow. Okay, I think it's coming up. Hold on. I was just laying there like, wow, God. Wow, God. Like, look at me, 35, and then 40, I think it was 40, 41, 42, or going on 42. 42, I think. I was just like, wow. Wow. And I was much heavier. I lost all that weight, and I was like, girl, this is a whole change and transformation situation. Let me see. Because I know it was before I sold the house. And I was up there taking pictures because I remember it was boxes in the house when I took those pictures. Oh, it should be coming up. Hold on. Yep, I remember it was boxes in the house. And I was like, girl, you did it. Here it is, y'all. This is me once I lost the weight and I was fasting and doing what I need to do. No girdles, no nothing. Like, look, y'all. Let me find what one was my favorite one. Look, this is me, right? Hold on, let me see. Why is it not? Okay, let me see. I'm trying to show y'all. Because y'all see. I don't know what I was doing. Y'all, I look so good. And I'm tall. So I was 228 pounds in this. And that's when I had locked up my hair. Yep, I was 228. And that's me at 42, right? But let me show y'all. Hold on, let me flip this because I don't want to scroll past something I don't need to scroll past. Hold on. This, and let me show y'all me. And then I showed the same dress. I wore this. Actually, it ain't a dress. It's some more concoction that I created that I wore for my birthday. And when I was 35. So what that would have been? What was that? 15? Was it 15, y'all? Was it 15? Let's see. I think it was 2015. We're about to find out right now. I think it was 2015. Yeah. Was my 35th birthday. I think. So I wore the same thing, right? And I said, you know what? This was because this was me for my birthday. This was 2015, and this was me for my birthday. What do you call it? I think I don't know if that's the outfit I wore for my birthday. Y'all know I was rocking all this vintage stuff, doing that stuff way back then, rocking the y'all already know that if you've been rocking. So let me show y'all the dress then. Tell me I wasn't flying this one, y'all. This was one of my favorites, okay? This was one of my favorite styles. I love me some vintage, okay? Look at this. That was one of my favorite styles. I'm just different. Sorry, I'm different. Been different, okay? Now at that time, that's when I had just finished I think I was done with personal training and we was getting ready to move or whatever. And I was like in 230s in this picture, 230s, 240-ish pounds. In this one right here that I'm showing y'all. Yeah. So let me see. Watch you. I'm gonna be good. I'm gonna look good. I'm gonna look good when I'm gonna be an older woman that's gonna look good. Now let me show y'all. Now y'all seen that picture, right? Y'all seen that picture of me. Hold on. Y'all seen the picture of me when I lost all the weight, and then did y'all? Let me show y'all some of my stuff. Hold on. If y'all wasn't rocking on Instagram and seeing me posting years ago, yeah. Let me see if I can. Yeah. Okay, let me and y'all know I styled. I was a stylist. I was doing vintage thrifted clothes in a box. I started that business where I would ship boxes of stuff that I would shop for people. And what just happened? And give them, their clothes in a box or whatever. Okay, here go my birthday. Here go my birthday. Here was my birthday. And this is the day fit. And then I had a night fit. So this was my birthday, if anybody remember. That was my birthday. Y'all see that shaggy denim blazer? That was my birthday. And hold on. That was my birthday in the daytime. And then later I had a dinner and this is what I wore. Oh, this was my birthday. This was my birthday fit. Look at the shoes, y'all. Get into those, okay? Get into those vintage shoes, okay? Yeah, she knows she's cute. She knows it. She knows it. Okay, so let's get into the dress. Now I'm about to show y'all the same exact dress that I had on. My style was just so different. Look at this, y'all. If you was rocking with me for years, you would have seen all this stuff on Instagram back then. Like, I was very vintage. I love vintage stuff. So I'm about to show y'all the same dress that I just showed y'all when I had my hair locked with the mohawk with the cut off, right? This is the same dress for my birthday that I wore. Why am I going the wrong way? Should I be going the other way? Hold on. Because it's seeming like 7:15. I think I need to go the other way. Yeah, I need to go the other way. Okay. Yeah, because it's not showing that way. Where is my... Hold on. Hold on, girl. Hold on. Hold on. Where's my dinner? Where's my dinner? And all my earrings is earrings I created. That was my look. One of my looks. I love me a vintage straw bag. I've never been into all that other type of stuff. Here we go. So this was me in that same dress for my birthday at a heavier weight. I did something a little different with it. Let me see. So this was me. Those was the shoes. This was my birthday dinner. See all the ladies. We had so much fun. Okay, and then you want to see my cake. They messed my cake up. I was so sad. But this is me, right? That was me for my 35th birthday. We had so much fun. And then I'm going to show you. Hold on one second. That was me. I would show all of the vintage stuff and put it on mannequins at my house and shoes and stuff I was selling. I sold so much stuff. I did so much, y'all. I did so much in my life. Anything that I thought of, I just did it. And this is stuff that these girls are doing now. I did all this stuff before, selling vintage clothes and selling things. And I did my own makeup. Y'all know I do my own face, but I always like a natural face that's not too much going on, but enough. Um, yeah, hold on one second. I never been for now. This is me in that same dress. Look at me as a bigger girl in that same dress. Same dress I just showed you in my freaking 40s, but that's me in my 30s. Okay? And this is at my heaviest weight. I was like 270, 280. Not heaviest, but heavier. Yeah, and the shoes was so bomb. Yep. 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 So you could see the difference in the same dress. Anywho, so yeah, I just see the difference in my face and how it's just a difference. It's just a difference. And my brother was like, wow. He was like, you look so much younger and than you do. Like, look at my face versus the face in that one y'all seen. I just look like an older woman in this one versus the one. Okay, why is it not? Oh, versus the other one. Why is it not focusing? Come on, focus. Whatever. But anyways, yep. I couldn't find nothing to wear. So I took and made me a dress. And I still have it to this day. Okay. I made me a dress, got some gold earrings, a gold belt, and some gold shoes. And I was like, this is the birthday fit. This is what we're doing. Couldn't find nothing. I got some fabric though. But yeah, I love you guys. I wanted to get on chat with y'all. It is Friday, right? Yeah, it's a Friday night and I just got energy up the wazoo. I definitely got to share that video about the vitamin D so y'all can understand. Like, I'm really not tired. Like, I'm really not. I'm really do want to go relax, which I am going to be doing shortly. Let me cut this cabbage off. It is done. So she could eat if she wants to. Yeah, this cabbage is done. So yeah, I love you guys. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. If you're new to the channel, thank you so much for joining us. And if you join by becoming a family member, that is also awesome to have you. And if you have not yet joined the family, hit that subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you're notified every time we load a new video over here and you won't miss out on them. Y'all be patient with me with these budget videos. I gotta get so much stuff off of this phone, and every time I think I got enough, I end up recording something else and they get full again. Because I got like 6 budget videos sitting in the queue. And those are the ones that I need to get on first versus the ones that are shorter that I got on YouTube already that I've been posting the last couple weeks. Yeah. Because I want to try to take you on the order of what's going on. Just work with me, y'all. And check out my shorts. I've been loading some shorts, some nice shorts. I've been trying to get some things in. Now, I did do a video on stuffing my envelope, a new envelope, doing some new categories in my book. I think I might just put words up and let it be like a satisfying video where you just hear me counting the money and making, you know, that ASMR type of thing. I might do something like that. I ain't real good at none of that. I know I could be if I wanted to. But just leave it like that. Don't talk. Just put words on. I was like, okay. She loved watching ASMR videos. I'm going to do that. I love you guys. Later, I'm going to tell her some cheesecake from her job. I want some cheesecake. Later, y'all. Now look at that. Why did that in that kitchen make me feel like I had like all these huge bags under my eyes? Oh my gosh. All right. Later, Gators. Have a awesome weekend. If I don't see you guys again this weekend, I love you guys. Love you all. Remember, you are great because you come from something so great that has created only greatness. Later, y'all.